Hello everyone and welcome to Riga, the capital city of Latvia, which rests at the mouth of the river Daugava. It's a city which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, noted for its Art Nouveau, architecture and its 19th century buildings. We're here at the Volvo Sports Centre for the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship. I'm Alison Walker, alongside me, Kenny Edwards, looking forward to our live coverage of Germany against Japan in draw 7 of the round robin. As we listen to the national anthems. Here are the lineups for Germany. Here we have the second, Stella Heiss. Third, Imogen Lehmann. Their veteran skip, Andrea Schopp. Andrea Schopp is the coach. The lead for Japan, Chiaki Matsumura. At second, it's Emi Shimizu. Third for Japan, Mio Ishikawa. And their skip, Satsuki Fujisawa. Coached by Hitomi Nagaoka. And this is how they're placed so far after draw 6. Sweden leading the way, 4 wins, no losses. And a host of teams on 3-1. Germany on 2-1, same as Japan. Russia 2-2. Latvia and China still without a win in this round robin. So Kenny, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, certainly am, Alison. I think we'll see quite a lot of stones in play. As we see, Germany will be playing the red, Japan with the yellow. And both teams fairly aggressive, don't mind stones sitting back of the tee. Matsumura for Japan gets us underway in the first, and straight away throws a centre guard, so really going for it from the off.
A sign of things to come. Germany, Karina Schultz, 23 years old. A lot more experience in this team than the other team, that's for sure.
Yeah, that one from Germany, just not swinging enough. Both teams do get a practice before the games get underway. So they should understand and know roughly what the ice will be doing. Do play a takeout and roll to the 8 foot.
Here's the rules of play for you. 6 ends minimum, 73 minutes per team, and one coach interaction. They can't hang about, the clock continues to run. Second for Japan, Emi Shimizu. Very, very young team.
Hits and rolls, and that's a great one. Right in behind the guard. Fully buried.
You can see that from that shot there. Stella Heiss, the second for Germany. The youngster in their team.
So, errored on the professional side. Made sure she caught the guard rather than flying past everything. From Japan, playing up short of the rings or the house, the scoring area, but does cover the yellow in the forefoot. Does make contact with the second yellow in the house. Just a little bit of a late call from vastly experienced Andrea Schopp. Would have wanted that red stone well away. Now Japan have a chance to get the double guard on.
So let's see what Miyu Ishikawa comes up with. Third for Japan. Have to work hard at this one.
Yeah, should get it over, no problem. Important thing is just to cover an edge of the red. So nice shot from the third.
Third for Germany, Imogen Lehmann, to give her full title. Different glasses this year.
Yeah, so just peeling the guard off. Imogen actually has played for Switzerland as well as Germany.
It's one of your Trivial Pursuit questions.
Yes. Once again, the guard being replaced, just trying to cover this yellow stone in the forefoot.
Japan looking the more proactive at this stage in this end.
looking to drive the red back this time. They do make the run back, but don't hang around. So, opportunity for Japan and Skip. Fujisawa to find or draw weight.
This is the skip. This is Satsuki Fujisawa, just 21. She started curling when she was 5. She's an office worker at the Electric Company. She's got a chance here.
And they do make the draw, but the problem with making that shot is they needed a good separation between the red and the yellow. It's a relatively short distance, so you've got to expect Andrea Schupp to make the run back. As we take a look at the sweeping action, you see the curl on that last stone there, moving really aggressively off the centre line.
This is the German skip, Andrea Schupp, her 19th World Championship appearance. Still as competitive as ever. She won this title in 2010.
And does make the run back, but once again rolls the red out of play.
And that was as much as she could do with that final stone for Japan.
Versuchen wir nochmal, oder? Nochmal, oder?
So this should be fairly straightforward for Andrea Schupp.
Yeah, it's a little harder this time. There's a bit more separation between the red and the yellow.
So last stone of this first end. This game between Germany and Japan.
That one just over curled, catches the guard. So great start for Japan.
It seemed that she knew that might happen. She wasn't happy at the start. She's annoyed. But that's a great opening end for Japan after the first end. Germany 0, Japan 1. Japan, same tactics as before, Kenny, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Just centre guard and try and get something around it. And as we said earlier, I don't think they're going to be too worried about lots of stones being in play. Both these sides pretty aggressive. Karina Schultz for Germany. Pretty good at playing the draw around the centre guard, but yet to find her draw weight.
Ja, zweit hinter, wie es geht.
And that one sitting back of the button is exactly where you don't want to be. I think we'll see Japan straight away go in right on top of it.
Not sure, hasn't done them any favours at all, the Germans. Japan have been a bit up and down this week, haven't they?
Yeah, made a couple of tactical errors, but managed to get away with a few as well. They do have 2 wins on the board. And that's really what she couldn't afford to do there, chipping the centre guard off.
So 2 errors by the 2 leads. Let's check on sheet C how they're faring. Russia against Switzerland in this first end.
Yeah, Teranzoni for Switzerland. Looks as if they have an easy draw to the 12-foot for 2. Took a right hammering this morning, going down 9-0 to Sweden. But they managed to get their first points of the day, and they will take a 2-0 lead over Russia in the first end.
They want to park that horrible defeat very much to the back of their minds. Back to our featured game. Germany and Japan. Japan with first strike in the first end.
Nice hit and roll, but doesn't quite get hidden behind any off the cover. Do play the nose hit, and
was that the best option there?
Yeah, I think so, but what it does do is, because it's back tee, Andrea Schupp will try and use that stone as a little bit of backing and a blocker, and will just come down and sit on top of it. Genuinely, you'd see most teams just play the takeout, but Andrea's quite aggressive. She's got last stone. She really does want to score more than that single point.
See how much this stone is swinging.
Yeah, so it does push the yellow to the right ever so slightly. I think Japan will be able to remove this and roll maybe 2 or 3 feet to the left. Don't want to nose this. It was leaving a nice pocket for Germany, and this is where the experience of Andrea Schupp really kicks in. She can draw teams into making mistakes.
Andrea, of course, missed last year's World Championship through injury. She's back for more. There's the German coach. Rainier shot. He's seen it all before, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Quite a successful curler himself.
Did you curl against him?
I didn't know. I'm not that old.
Fair old age range in curling, though, as you know, so you might have encountered him.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like Andrea Schopp with this young team, Stella Heiss and Karina Schultz, even Imogen, Una Lehmann, fairly young.
It's that blend of youth and experience. And Andrea, I think, is really enjoying bringing these girls on and helping them. Whereas the Japan team all similar age, and there is their coach, Hatomi Nagaoka.
I think Japan will just be throwing this one into the house and wait for N3 before they try and apply a little bit more pressure to Germany. I think it's an out-turn takeout being asked for, which is a counter-clockwise rotation on the stone. And nicely done by the skip. Japan with a chance to just clear that one out. Super's going hard on this one to try and keep it in play. But that was just going to slip out of the rings.
It's disappointing for them.
And we'll just see this one thrown through by Andrea.
So last stone of the second end from the German skip, Andrea Schopp. Making sure they will have a hammer in the next end. And that means the score remains the same. After two ends, Germany 0, Japan 1. watching live coverage from the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship, coming to you live from the Volvo Sports Centre in Riga, Latvia. Our featured game is Germany against Japan. We're into the third end. And Japan 1-0 ahead.
This is the first time we've seen Japan go into the house with their first, and straight away Germany with the chance to throw up some corner guards. I expect this one just to be tight to the house. Matsumura for Japan. And that pulls up short. Perfect. Just slips in though. So Germany have the chance to remove it from play. Should it have been short? Might have been in the free guard zone and couldn't have been removed from play.
Tell by a reaction there. Quite what she wanted.
So do spin the red in.
This is a huge year for anybody involved in international curling because, of course, the Olympics in Sochi next January, February. And Japan aren't there yet, are they? So they want to finish well.
Yeah, they've got to finish really well. They're yet to score a qualification point. So need to probably finish in the top 5 to have any chance of going to the Olympics in Sochi. Germany, on the other hand, they're currently sitting 7th in the standings. So if they could maybe pick up a playoff spot here, they'd guarantee themselves a spot.
Huge incentive.
That one from Germany, right in behind the corner guard. This is exactly the play Andrea Schopp would have wanted. So that first stone from Karina Schultz, the lead for Germany, is beginning to come into play now. The line looks pretty big at the moment. Got a long way to curl. She probably doesn't do enough.
She's tried hard.
Gut,
Stella Heiss trying to play the hit and check in behind. She squeezed it past the back red. She has. Nice shot. And you see, just comes past the back red. Front end all over this one. Misses the double. But does stick around. So Japan got to be pretty careful here. Although there's only one guard in play, slightest of mistakes could possibly give up 2 or 3.
Sorry.
This is the double. Germany with a slight upper hand here.
Again, just misses the double.
It's hanging on at the outside there, that red one. Anyway, let's catch up elsewhere. United States against Denmark on sheet D into the second end.
Yes, skip. Erica Brown looking to try and tap the Danish stone back for 2. And that's no problem. And they will take a 2-0 lead after 2 ends. Bit of a feature game though. See, Germany have managed the hit and roll in behind first. And Japan in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, that's a tasty position for the Germans.
It's a dangerous call going round outside. If you catch the guard at all, you're pushing it towards the rings. And you possibly run the risk of flying right past the whole lot.
So this wouldn't be your first choice of shot?
I don't think so, no.
If it comes off though.
Got to play it so perfectly. So it does pick the single. So do Germany draw the other side and get good separation between the two reds, or do they go round again? I think probably you've got to go round again.
Das war dein erster Gedanke, der hier.
Der erste Gedanke war hinter dir.
Ja, mir auch.
Aber wie? So?
Okay.
Well, that's what they've called. Just going to play the out turn, try and get in behind the long guard.
Nee. Okay. Ich denke, dass der einen Tick mehr zieht. Mhm. Gib mir ein bisschen mehr!
Chance for
Okay, got it.
Andrea Schupp to find or draw weight here in the third.
Bra länge. Ja! Nu linje. Nu länge. Ja! Ja!
Line going hard now.
Okay!
And that's just about perfect.
It's a very, very nice shot.
Ich wollte auch nicht so tief vorne.
Great weight. Still not happy
Der
though.
ist nicht ganz sauber. Sehen die, der war komplett eben bis zum Schluss.
You see the aggressive curl on these rocks we are playing with this week. Also with the touch sensitive handles.
Hopes that's not a shopping list for later.
このガードギリかわしちゃうと曲がりすぎて。
Well, she is called Shoppy, so
Oh, Kenny.
this needs to be a good one.
4、4号。
Fujisawa for Japan, just looking to half check the red in the 8-foot. Just need to catch a piece of this. Doesn't want to bounce off. Ah, perfect.
Yep, they like that one.
And you see it. I don't think that's there for two. So it'll just be a straightforward draw to the 8-foot for one.
And she's shaking her head because this end was one that promised a little bit more reward than that at certain points.
Yeah, it's probably a weakness of Andrea's. I think if you can just get inside her head early on, she struggles to maybe control her emotions.
So last stone of this third end.
5, 6, gell? Schauen. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Sweeper's backing off this one.
It's all about draw weight.
It's going to drift right to the back ring.
One.
And it will be a steal of one.
Das war meiner, sorry.
It's a disappointing end for Germany. Japan are definitely the happier at the moment after three ends.
ただただ伸
They
び
now
てる。
have a 2-0 lead over
やっ
Germany.
ぱそんな感じだよね。でも滑ってる。
So into the fourth, Japan now with a two-shot advantage will draw the play into the house. Karina Schultz, 78% so far in the tournament.
1, 2. 2. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Again, throwing up the corner guard. And also 78% in this game, so playing in around what you expect from the lead.
is about the same, 77%.
いやさっきと一緒だよラインはどうどういやここからは OK いやピーナイス
Wang, the Chinese skip, with the last stone. And safely negotiating her 2 there. So after 3 ends, it's Italy 0, China 2. Looking out for game Germany against Japan. Japan with a better start and still ahead. Japan steal of 1 in the 3rd end. Still nice accuracy, 74%.
2, 3. Wow, länger. 2. 3.
Chinese second, Emi Shimizu, she's 69%. Playing quite as well as her counterpart in the German team.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Gets the double. Remains.
There we see both yellows removed from play. Japan won't be too disappointed with that because it means Germany don't have any cover or an opportunity to throw any cover stones out front.
Starts for the tournament, 79%. She's a pretty steady player, isn't she?
Yeah, she certainly is. Replaced the experienced Monica Wagner at 3rd. Spent a lot of years playing for Andrea Schopp. Do you see Monica from time to time?
Played with Andrea so long, didn't she? They were a permanent fixture for a number of years.
Yeah, they were quite a formidable force back in the day. Nothing really in play. I expect Japan maybe just to draw the open side with this. don't get involved. They're just electing to draw the top of the button.
The send's still very open.
So the draw from Japan gets to the back ring. I think we'll just see a take out Germany. We'll try and maybe blank this end and retain last stone advantage.
Yeah, Andre wants to get a lot more shots on the board. Doesn't look like she'll get that here at this stage. 72% tournament accuracy for the German skip.
So hits and runs, so again an opportunity for Japan to find the draw weight, a bit of practice with it. Just trying to hit the paint really anywhere in.
Yep, just so it's counting at this stage. Yep, the send's gone well for them. She'll not be wanting to do what she did the last time, in the last end.
So just looking to peel this one out.
She does.
Yeah, so the score after 4 ends, Japan leading 2-0 and really in control. So here we are in the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. Japan taking on Germany, and it's them who have the lead. Germany probably going to have to go a little bit more aggressive than they have done. They are trailing by 2.
It hasn't quite gone according to plan for them, has it really? They haven't played badly. Just small margins.
Yeah, I think it's important maybe in this fifth end to get a score on the board before the break.
Psychologically more than anything else.
Yeah, I certainly think if you can get up in this German team early, maybe let themselves go, let the heads go down a little bit. So I think that's certainly the way to play them, is hit them, attack at them really from the get-go.
Which Japan did. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. A long way to go. And you would never ever write the Germans off, especially led by Andrea Schopp. Japanese team are gelling well. Good teamwork there with the sweep.
Yeah, good set-up play.
Wie lang? 7 aus. Sieht lang aus.
Ja, ist eher länger. 8, 9. Jetzt bremst er.
Dranbleiben. Wow. Ja. Alles. Komm fest, alles. Der muss man feiern geben. Komm fest, das geht. Nur ein bisschen. Komm fest, der geht noch ein Stück. Nur ein bisschen. Wow.
So I think we'll see a few stones in play this end. 2 guards out front.
It's already this end is shaping up to be very different from the last one.
Stakes by the top one, great shot.
Yeah, there wasn't much in that one. Let's check on sheet D. USA against Denmark, third end. And Nielsen, a Danish skip with the last stone.
Den er ikke gået i gang med at curle nu. Ja!
Yet to score.
Kom fest! Det er kneller! Kom fest, das geht alles! Kom
They're
fest,
drawing against one.
It's not looking good.
And it does slip through. So it will be another steal of 1. And USA leading 3-0 in that one.
Back to our featured game, Germany-Japan. Japan 2-0 in this fifth end. Germany keen to get something on the board for the break.
Yeah, so Japan just going to try and cover the 2 that's in the forfeit.
Wie rum willst? Ist es wurscht. Gleiche Länge wie eben.
Viel langsamer. Langsamer.
Don't sound too impressed with this one. It's coming now. Only removes 1 yellow.
Could have been so much better.
あ、こっちでもいいし。うん。
Yeah, you can see all that red stone. So third player, Ishikawa, will have a chance to play the takeout. Nice shot.
Nice swing.
Just about covers the one in the centre line.
She'd see Russia against Switzerland, fourth end. It's 2 apiece at the moment. Swiss skip. Last stone.
So, a lot of shouting about this one, and just catches the top one. I don't even think she's removed it from the house, so Japan sitting 3.
And Swiss edging ahead in that 1-3-2, just as we were watching our game.
Problem for Japan is that red corner guard, and there's nowhere for that to peel, so I think that's why they're going to go and throw the tight guard on this one. Generally, you'd see the teams just peel that red stone off. There's no real easy way of doing it, so I think this is why they've decided to throw the guard.
Safe option.
And they've thrown it absolutely perfectly.
Yep. Well executed and the right decision. And Japan in a very strong position in this end. So what is Andrea thinking here, Kenny?
Yes, I think you've just got to make sure you score now. Don't really think about the two. I think you're probably going to have to play the run back on the centre guard.
Yep.
I can't believe she's calling this. She's putting all her eggs in one basket with this one.
If it comes off, she has to be a little more ambitious.
Well, doesn't quite get the roll. So Japan still lie 2. That was the problem with that shot. Had to be so perfect. So Japan just gonna ignore that red. Throw another guard. I feel the one just biting the top of the forefoot, the red area, is good enough. Where's this one going to end up? I think I would have been sweeping that one just past it. So that would give Andrea Schopp the chance to play a draw round now.
Still a bit tricky though, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is. Got to be so perfect. We've only got about 4 feet to play with. But these are the shots Andrea Schopp is known for.
These are the shops. She could do with this working out for her, just to give the team a little bit of a lift. Nothing's quite worked out for them.
It's looking pretty good at the moment. absolutely perfect.
Yeah, never in doubt.
Gut, Andrea. Das denke ich. Gut, gut. Spiel, Spiel.
Nice stone by the skip.
That's how to play a
Immer
draw.
angespielt, weil sonst, wenn sie die aktiv spielt, bleibt ihr
Great judgment.
Bleibt
bleibt
dir
der
da.
unten. Ich habe
Genau.
im Training mal einen gespielt, der, also mit viel Handel, der ist total gerade geblieben.
So if Japan could maybe just come down on the out turn and just cap this right on top, it would be difficult for Germany to score more than 2. Maybe even bump it a foot and sit shot. But I think it's going to be hard for Germany to even score the single.
The Japanese plan, limit the Germans.
This one looking pretty pacey. Should be taking this one right back. Does overthrow it, so a chance for Germany to get a 2 out of nothing really from one good shot from skip Andrea Shop.
And that shot just there shows you how good a shot Andrea's was.
4 Fuß, beißen!
Chance to level things up here. This round robin game between Germany and Japan. Last stone of this 5th end.
4 Fuß,
The
beißen!
German skip.
Wow! 4 Fuß, beißen! Wow! Der läuft länger, gell?
She played her previous one beautifully.
Der läuft. Achtung! Ja! Auf geht's! Sicher 4 Fuß, beißen! Auf geht's! Fest! Weiter!
This
Weiter!
Is it going to make it?
And it's going to pull up short, so
It's hugely disappointing for the German team. German alternate. She was annoyed with herself. That was an opportunity that she didn't think she would have. And after 5 ends, they do get 1. Germany 1, Japan 2, as they go into the 5th end break. And we'll also take a quick break and be back for that 6th end.
So first end, Andrea Shop facing 1. Trying to drive the red back onto the yellow stone.
Ja! Ja!
Supers done all they could, but it just overcurled, and it would be a steal for Japan. Third end, and Japan playing a corner freeze on Germany's red stone. So Andrea Shop being forced to draw for 1. This one would be swept right to the back ring, and it would be another steal. And Japan lead 2-0 after 3 ends. 5th end, great draw by skip Andrea Shop into the button. Set up the opportunity to draw first 2.
Auf geht's!
Supers doing all they can. Have they done enough?
Weiter! Weiter!
Not quite. And it will be a single point for Germany. So Japan lead 2-1 after 5 ends. So elsewhere, Italy trailed China 2-1. The game between Russia and Switzerland is really tight. Switzerland leading that one 3-2. And USA going well against Denmark. They lead 3-1.
Sauer auf uns selber. Wir müssen einfach alle jetzt wieder an einem Strang ziehen und zusammen gewinnen. Es hilft nichts, wenn wir uns gegenseitig anzoffen. Jeder weiß, was für Fehler er gemacht hat, wo er scheiße gespielt hat. Fertig. Ihre Falten, ja.
Ich glaube auch, dass der ein Tick schneller ist, oder?
Der ist langsamer.
Der ist langsamer.
Der Dreier ist schneller. Ja, der Dreier ist schneller. Der Dreier ist deutlich schneller. Der Vierer bleibt stehen. Der Dreier läuft aus.
Deswegen habe ich den nämlich auch nicht
Ich habe auch nicht. Ja, genau, weil ich dachte, der läuft länger.
Ja.
Wie läuft denn der
Einser oder Fünfer? Ich kann das nicht sagen, weil alle Steine so geschleudert sind irgendwie. Deswegen aber ihren verwischt.
なるかもしれない。
でもちょっと今日あったかくない？
あったかい。
だからまたちょっとが伸びるかもしれない。
ああ、そうだね。
オーバースイーツ。
そうしよう。ビュッて出ないよ
多分うちが点数積んで後半スチールするとも仕掛けてくるから、その辺よく考えて前しっかり当てるんだと。
はい。
今日バンパー曲がるよね。曲がる。1分前です。はい。頑張れ。はい。
取るとけばよかったかな。まあそうでもねえな。
So we take a look at the stats for the game. There we see Japan outshooting Germany 85-73. And probably the hits is where there's been a little bit of a problem for Germany. Just not hitting and staying, rolling out of play too much. And 2 stolen points for Japan. There's a happy camper in the crowd. I think she'll be pretty happy with the way things are going so far for her team.
Yep, because there's the scores leading up to this 6th end. Japan ahead 2-1 in our featured game.
No panic, eh?
As the German lead gets things back
No,
underway,
Dad.
Karina Schultz. Percentage gone down slightly.
Ja. Ja. Der andere kommt und haut sich mit dem Besen auf Eis hauen, wenn ich nicht lese.
In terms of the half-time team talk, Kenny, what was being said in the German camp?
I think Rainer will just have said to the girls just to be patient, maybe try and force one here in 6 and try and take 2, 7 or 8. Don't be too aggressive yet. There's a long way to go in this game. Karina Schultz for Germany.
Eher länger, oder?
Oh, vorbei.
2, 3. Ja, ja, ja. 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 2, 3. Weiter.
It's the first time Japan have had the hammer in this game, so it'll be interesting to see what they do tactically with it.
Okay, gut so.
Yep, just does change the dynamics physically and mentally.
Yeah, interestingly going round the corner, not the double centre. So this one looking pretty good. And Matsumura ends up in a great spot.
On sheet A, it's Italy against China. China 2-1 up in this fifth end. It's the Chinese Skip Ingu Wang with the last stone, looking to extend that lead.
Yeah, just a nose hit for 2, which she makes perfectly. And they now lead 4-1 over on sheet A.
7, 8,
2-1 to Japan in our featured game in this sixth end. Japan with the hammer.
Yeah, Japan will be able to see all that red stone in the 8 foot.
She's been playing well. The second in the Shimizu, 88%. Japanese second.
Look at the curl on this one. Really going hard. Haven't got it past the guard. Maybe rolls about 2 or 3 inches too far.
Not a bad effort though.
Ja, der wäre auch nicht so schlecht. Mach den. Ich weiß nicht, ob der so viel fällt.
Stella Heiss, 75% in this game.
Sieht kurz aus. Ja, Linie! Länge auf! Alles Linie!
They've elected to play the draw rather than to take out.
Komm fest, das geht alles! Komm fest! Komm fest, weiter geht's, weiter!
This pass is really good.
Der muss noch ein bisschen. Komm fest, du musst ein bisschen ticken, dann ist er super. Komm fest, es geht noch ein bisschen. Nur ein bisschen.
But just over curled, and Japan still sit 1.
ここか。あ、ワンキーだ。ああ。悪くないか。あ。
Elected to draw around the centre now. Sit 2. Need to be in the 8 foot. Can't afford to be short. I think all 4 of them are into this one. And that is a big mistake.
Missed opportunity. It's the first real mistake we've seen that they've made. Japanese. Could this be
Was war der für ihr?
the door for Andrea Schopp?
97, aber sie hatten halt ganz passiv und ganz mit wenig Grundgeschwindigkeit
Also,
gespielt.
ich muss da schon ein Tick langsam kommen, ne? Ich denke auch, weil du ganz außen.
Ich denke 3-0 sollte reichen.
Imogen Lehmann, 73% for German third. Tournament accuracy.
Ja! Länge hoch! Ja! Wow! Nur Länge! Wow! Lass ihn vorne! Ja!
Passes the guard by quite a bit.
Ja, der geht jetzt.
This one's just sat down. Maybe the ice is going a little flat after the break.
Definitely seems to have changed down that side.
Yeah, Japan certainly got cut out with that short guard.
黄色まだワン。まだワン。いや、ここで丸くないよ。強くなっちゃうよりは。ここは滑ってるよね。
ここ滑ってる。
4、1？4、
Yu Ishikawa is really put a foot wrong. She's 94% with her shots.
曲がってない767
ちょっと入れたり
And you were saying, Alison?
Why does that always happen?
It's the worst thing she could have done because it's opened up. Two yellows at the back.
Yeah, real channel there. There's a couple of errors from the Japanese in this game. This end, rather.
Wow, Länge, nur Richtung. Wow, eher länger. Nur Richtung.
So just looking to angle this red in. And that one's just going to slip right by.
Down that side again. So what's happening elsewhere on sheet C? Russia against Switzerland in the fifth end, 3-2 to the Swiss at the moment.
さっきと同じライン挟んで
The Russian skip.
This one looking pretty good. And it will be a score of 2. Russia now lead 4-3 as they head into the halftime break. So, have Japan left? Andrea shot a triple. I think it's just there. Only need to move the yellows to the right, maybe 3 or 4 inches to sit 3. So it's just the high side of nose. So Japan could be in a lot of trouble.
She's going for it, Andrea, isn't she? Accuracy 67%.
Whoa, yeah!
That can turn around quite quickly.
Whoa! Yeah!
Must be pretty close.
そうだね先入れちゃうそれでもいいかな
So Japan have got to be careful. I think they're going to look to try and score 2 and go around the guards.
005で1回そうだね最後ちょっとあれだしねでも待たなきゃいけないんだったらまだ995ちょっと滑ってる005でもいいかも
ちょっとかかれば
Suki Fujisawa, Japanese skip 82%.
いいよ登録ちょっとタイトやっタイトやっ
Just take care with this shot.
So another mistake from Japan. Will it be punished by Germany?
Macht jetzt meiner, deiner war schon ziemlich geschoben, gell, den Eindruck.
Ja. Also er war halt auch so schnell.
While I'm thinking about that, let's check on the USA against Denmark, fifth end. United States 3-1 up. It's their skip with the last stone.
Ich hatte 80 und
Looking
95.
to increase that lead. She does. Japan's in control there, 4-1 up.
Looking to just angle this one in. Ah, great shot. Andrea shot. Japan will be forced to draw at port for the single against two. First real chance that Germany have had to apply a bit of pressure.
And she still has to make this. The Japanese skip. See the Reds in commanding position there.
むしろ入ってたらちょっと早いんじゃないかと。ちょっとさっきより幅広い。一緒でさっきの黄色ギリかわすぐらいかな。
So the last stone of the sixth end. Japanese skip.
This one looking a little heavy. Supers are standing off it. Will it pull up at all?
Weiter geht, komm, 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 der geht noch ein Stück, noch ein Stück, noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen.
What was always the danger.
So, Germany from nothing get themselves ahead in this game. They lead 3-2 after 6 ends.
Germans right back in it. And we've got a game on our hands here.
Der hat was von Partenkirchener Kreise. Bleib doch bitte vor der Ziel.
7th end.
Gut.
Japan now trail for the first time in the game.
It's interesting that that was the end. They had the hammer and it changed everything for them. Now they don't have it, so let's see what they come up with.
Germany now, with them who pull the play into the house. Japan will have to try and use these corner guards. So from being in control, Japan find themselves behind now. So first opportunity. Germany take the corner guard off. And the whole body language and attitude of the German team has changed with picking up that steal of 2 in the 6th.
A few more smiles around. Japan just need to get back into that zone that they had in the first few ends. Very attack minded, up and at them.
Langsamer! Ja! Komm fest! Komm fest, es geht! Kommt jetzt wieder so langsam. Die andere. Schon gedacht, reicht das über kalt.
So there's Amy Shimazumi just trying to push this one through. They do sit 2 now, so good chance for Japan.
Komm fest! Komm fest, es geht! Noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen.
The red, yellow hanging about. Well on sheet 8, it's Italy against China in the 6th end. 4-1 to China over Italy at the moment. Stone with the Italians trying to get back into this game. End up with a 1 shot. A little bit on the back foot, but it's 4-2 to China after 6 ends. In our featured game, the tables have turned. It's the Germans who are in control. And Kenny, there is a huge amount of interest in Japanese curling back home in Japan.
Yeah, there's quite a story to this Japanese team. The media, they have around 50 photographers and journalists there. Every training session they compete maybe in the gym or in the ice rink. So I don't think you even get that in Canada or anywhere else in the world.
Lots of crews following them around here as well. Huge interest in the sport in Japan. These girls are recognised by the general public, and I know that when they returned home after winning the Pacific Asia Championship, they had to hold a press conference at the airport to facilitate the amount of media interest. And if they perform here well here, then that will of course continue. But They're trailing in this game against the Germans. Not much in it though, and still quite a few ends to go. Contrast that with immediate interest in German curling. It's vastly different, even though they have a fantastic women's national team.
Ja, mit Länge Költer nicht mehr. Bei Költer nicht mehr. Nee.
Japanese skip. Away goes the red, and the yellow hangs about alongside the other one.
Die haben schon das Dusel hoch 10, das ist der Wahnsinn.
Yeah, the problem with rolling across to that side, Alison, is two stones are pretty close together, so the double's relatively easy.
Yep, they're fair game, aren't they? And that's the plan.
So trying to slash these two. Remove both of them from play. And perfect job by Skip Andrew Shop.
Kipp ohne Ende. Der ist doch gut so. War schon Besen, ja? Gut. Du brauchst auch, wenn sie es nicht mehr wolltest, dass das klappt. Ja, aber es ist jetzt fast nur
You see, comes down, catches half of the top yellow, pushes it onto the other one, removes both from play, rolls herself, and gives Japan no chance of picking up a multiple score.
Last stone of the seventh end. From Satsuki Fujisawa, and it's all the way through to ensure that they have the hammer in the next end, and that means the scores stay the same. After 7 ends, Germany 3, Japan 2. Checking the scores on their phone. Nice trousers. So we're into this 8th end. Live coverage from the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship. featured game is Germany against Japan, where the score is Germany 3, Japan 2. I'm Alison Walker alongside Kenny Edwards providing you live commentary. So still Kenny fairly delicately poised, really. Who would your money be on?
I think you've probably got to put it on Germany and Andrea Schopp, purely because of the experience she has at these international tournaments. Over 50 she's been at. So let me take a look at the stats. You see, that's Zumora probably shooting a little better than Karina Schultz. 82-75. Just one slack end from Japan. Really controlled the game.
Zweite geht jetzt. Komm fest, alles. Zweite geht. Nur ein Stück. Wo?
You get a feel if maybe Japan could tactically just be a little bit better, they wouldn't be far away at all from the playoff stages.
Yeah, they made some good shots today in this one. Very accurate. And because there are no leagues in Japan, you know, they play against the Japanese national men's team. We'll be competing in the men's championship in Victoria. So it's not bad practice.
Yeah, them guys are pretty good. That's Team Morozumi, who regularly travel to Canada and play in Spiels over there, and even come to Europe as well.
The emerging curling nations are really stepping up to the mark, and the established teams are having to watch out.
Gut gewischt.
Tries the hit and roll in behind. Pretty good effort, but pops out the other side.
Ganz normal, nicht zu langsam. Ja!
Just catches an edge and flicks it to the back of the 8 foot on the other side. So Japan just decided where to put the next one. I think you've got to utilise that corner guard and draw one in behind. I think that's what they're going to do.
There's a comparison, Kenny, of the seconds. Shimizu's played some great stuff here. 93%. She doesn't give too much away with her expressions, does she?
No, certainly doesn't.
Very focused.
Both these teams getting through the game pretty quick. Still have 29 minutes each left on the clock.
We're way ahead compared to the other games going on in the arena. Hanging about with their shots. Total percentage there between Chikawa and Lehman. 87 and 68.
Yeah, so do get good separation between the stones, but there's a slight angle on them. Might be able to get a hit and roll just across and along side of the other yellow.
She was only going for one.
Yeah, she was only going to take the one out, but I think she just wanted to roll towards the centre line to try and push the two of them together.
どっちでもいいよ。
This one hangs around. That's a great shot.
And it does. Nicely wide apart as well, as far as the Japanese are concerned. There's the comparison between the two skips.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! 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 Stand up, stand up, stand up.
So Japan looking good for possibly picking up two. If they could hit and stay in the back of the house. So important shot for Fujisawa. And hits and rolls. Probably didn't want to go in behind. I think Sandra will just play the nose hit. Maybe try and check in ever so slightly. Andrea's been in these positions so many times before. I don't think she'll be too worried.
So geben wir ihnen halt zwei, aber drei sind zu viel, wenn die da angehen an dem.
Possibly overthrown this one a little bit. Yep, just maybe put a little bit too much weight rolls out of play, and that will be a free draw for 2 for Team Japan.
Habe ich erst ja gesagt, weil ich das Gefühl hatte, ich hätte Nein gewählt.
Ja.
They probably didn't think they would be able to make a shot for 2 here, but that's the position. This will take Japan back into the lead. Last stone from Satsuki Fujisawa. With the draw for 2.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Score of 2 for Japan. They now lead 4-3 after 8 ends. So, 9th end. And Japan again going attacking. They're going pure steel, throwing the centre guard.
And that's worked for them throughout this game, hasn't it? So it's a good tactic to follow. It's the Germans who are on the back foot. Low scoring game. Trying to get the image of the day. One of the photographers, the Japanese photographers we were talking about a little earlier, following the Japanese team here in Latvia. And all the girls are powered up because they work for Chubo Electric Power Company. Do a lot of weight training and cardio. And the company supports the team
Die liegen genau nebeneinander, ja.
on their curling journey, which is so important, especially if you want to play at this level.
Komm's nochmal! Nicht zu
Germany
schnell
bench.
nochmal! Ja! Vor! Ja! 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 Komm fest! Hoch! Hoch! Ja! 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 Weiter! Weiter nach außen! Weiter!
Germany now sitting 2.
Gut so.
Japan have got to be careful. Can't really afford to have too many stones lying around. working hard on this one to try and keep it straight. Just catches an edge. So, if you're Germany, I think I might be tempted to throw the wing, like Andrea is saying there. Just pull the play away from the centre. Going in behind, you might leave a double. But I like him to do that.
Komm halt immer dahinter. Wie viel Länge? 95? Ja.
Swoop up again on this one early.
Split am besten.
Nicht so lang.
Moin.
Bremst. No. No. Ja.
So bumps that one to the tee line. And I think this is maybe why we see Japan are a little naive. Going after the short stone, I think I'd maybe go after the one top of the 8 foot. Try and get a good cover.
So are they thinking more short term?
Yeah, if they go back tee, they come around, freeze, tap it back. They're going to have to play a really delicate shot. They roll off it, they're facing a 3 in the face.
Let's check on sheet C, Russia against Switzerland, 5-3 to Russia as we speak in the 7th end. Still from the Swiss skip, watching intently to get at least one here.
Bist schon gut. Von Haus aus halt eng.
Indeed, one shot to the Swiss. Close the gap a little bit. It's Russia 5, Switzerland 1 to 7. In the 8th end in our featured game. Sorry, 9th end in our featured game.
So, just trading shots now. So, Lehmann for Germany, trying to hit and run to the wing. Again, executes it pretty well. Now Japan will just forget about that red stone that's wide and try and hit and get in behind the cover. Really smooth technique of Ishikawa. Does enough to cover the inside edge.
That's where sheet D, United States against Denmark, 4-3 to the States, 7th end.
Erica Brown trying to play the nose hit for 2. Just plays the barrier weight and removes the red. She will pick up another 2, and the score 6-3 after 7.
This one's a lot tighter.
And a mistake from Lehman, rolls out of play.
Wee window of opportunity for the Japanese again. And that's what they're looking at.
Cooper's going hard to try and get the hit and run in behind centre guard, but only move it a couple of feet.
But they're not unhappy with their position. Certainly looking better for the Japanese in this end at this stage.
Still a chance for Andrea Schopp.
Almost the identical shot. There's Fujisawa. Sorry, she says. She sets such high standards for herself, Andrea, doesn't she?
Yeah, she certainly does. I think she sometimes forgets she's maybe getting on in the years, and maybe just not quite as prolific as she used to be.
This is Fujisawa's last stone.
Yeah, nice takeout. Done an important thing. She was hang around and hope for a mistake from Andrea Schopp, a clean miss or a nose hit.
So the Japanese girls have done all they can in this end. See what Andrea Schopp can finish with. Last stone of the 9th.
Super's going hard, trying to blanket. They do enough. They roll away. No score in the 9th end. As we head into the 10th, is Japan leading 4-3.
Latvian fans out in force, enjoying the curling here. Never seen this standard of curling in their home venue ever before. A real first. And it's building up nicely. And, you know, there's some come and try sessions for local curlers as well, or local people that have never tried it before. I'm sure they'll be inspired if they come in and watch the action in the arena. So we're into this 10th end. Live coverage from the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship. It's all live, and our featured game is Germany against Japan. And it's been nip and tuck all the way.
Great shot there from Karina Schultz. This one looking a little heavy. Really not where you want to be.
You still fancy Germany, Kenny?
I think so, yes, certainly in this position.
Germans with the hammer.
Geht! Selbe Länge. Oh, der ist länger. Länger. Gar nichts. Ja! 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 Komm fest! Weg.
And that one also slips a little past, so. But does freeze yellow back at the 4. That's a great shot. But if Germany could come round on the out turn, they could push that yellow maybe 2 or 3 feet back, create a nice nest in and around this 4-foot area.
Toll. Timeout. Timeout. Egal, ich will schon hochgehen.
So I think they have called the timeout.
Der liegt halt mega scheiße.
Will make his way down.
Mit dem kann sie alles machen. Ja, da ist hier zu. Aber ich bringe ihn auch nicht wirklich weg. Also du brächtest ihn weg, aber da muss Zugknopf vorne vorbeikommen. Mit dem Hammer. Ja, und wenn du den richtig hast, dann haben wir einen mega Gauch. Dann kommen wir überhaupt nirgendwo mehr dran. Das ist mein Problem. Ja. Ich muss zumindest nachher noch die Chance haben, einen Shot zu machen. Ja, genau. Dementsprechend muss es sicher mal eine Seite auflaufen.
Doesn't know what she wants to do here, but it's usually just confirmation, isn't it?
Weil ich also es gibt insgesamt nur 3 Möglichkeiten. Ich kann die Guard abspielen.
I think that's what Rainer will call. He'll probably call the out turn.
Oder ich kann versuchen,
just come around the left hand side, he's looking overhead. Push the red onto the yellow. Push the yellow maybe back to
zumindest mal irgendwie noch eine Chance haben.
And sit in behind the centre guard.
Ich denke auch.
The call would be peel the centre guard. I quite like the way it's sitting at the moment.
Mein Problem ist, alles, was ich da jetzt versuche, wenn das schief geht, ich kann keinen Shot mehr machen. Ich kann keinen Shot mehr machen. Also schon die Guard aufmachen, oder? Ja. Das denke ich auch.
Du hast immer einen Shot
Ja.
am Schluss.
Ja.
So I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to peel this in the guard.
Wow, 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 wow. Ja, ja! Komm fest! Komm fest, es geht! Noch ein bisschen! Noch ein bisschen! Noch ein bisschen! Komm fest in den Rücken! Oh, oh!
Gut so.
A nice throw from Stella Heiss. Japan just trying to replace the centre guard. Certainly maybe in the men's game you'd see someone take a fly at the red there and try and spray the whole lot. I'm just not sure the girls would play the weight to remove them.
I just wonder, because the Japanese girls are used to playing their
Kann sie halt
men's
auch
team,
wieder
whether
drauflegen.
that's more of an element of their game, perhaps.
Da kann sie danach halt
But
dann
it's
auch
the
wieder
weight that's the
drauflegen,
issue,
oder?
isn't it?
Yeah, certainly.
Da ist die
Yeah.
Nase, also... Ja, die müssen außen,
Ja, eben. Aber die laufen dann ja alle weg. Das heißt, sie hat den Niederger drauf, oder?
A lot of weight training and cardio, as we said, so
Ja, dann würde ich den...
Aber wenn die jetzt wieder aufmachen, ist
Nee,
die
Japanese
den
girls.
Weil
Jetzt
sie
ist er
ein
offen.
bisschen- Jetzt ist er eben, jetzt ist
er
er
offen.
offen.
Ja, den.
Komm so schnell wie eben. Stella! Saham!
Wow, wow!
Leg langsamer!
Wow,
I
weg!
don't think there's any need to play the big weight at this at all.
Ja! 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 Ja!
That was
Okay,
the problem
good
with
job.
playing that shot. Just left another pocket for Japan to come down and sit on top of. If you played just the back 8 back ring weight, you could have controlled that stone that's sprung out of the 4 foot.
So what are they thinking by doing that then?
I think, I just don't think they actually thought about where the red would run to.
That seems unusual with a team of that experience.
Quite a lot of room for error with this one. Have the girls got enough on this one to pull it down. It's a great shot. And Andrea Schopp is in a world of pain right now.
測れてなかった。
So while she thinks about that, let's have a look at sheet C. Russia against Switzerland, 5-4 to the Russians in the 8th end, and they have the last stone.
Sieb, 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 sieb! Sieb! Sieb, durch die Nase! Sieb!
This is the rover. I think she is happy. I think she got the two.
Gut so.
She didn't get the two.
Well, nice shot there by Lehmann for Germany. But if Japan come down and tap that red to just the back of the 4, Yeah, I'll just corner freeze that.
今何秒だった？これポケットになる
Still
から。
leaving a nice nest to catch
同じでいいよ。
the yellow stone that would be sitting top of the forefoot. 'Have to go really hard to get this one right down in the top. Can't afford to be shot. Catastrophic mistake. Even if they'd bumped that to the back 8, back 4, can't afford to be shot with that.
And she's played so well in this game.
投げ方かな。
Maybe a little bit of nerves
Jetzt hat saublöd.
because we're coming to the business end of the
Wobei mein Problem
game.
ist, dass ich den gelben Fang fast nicht
And
wegkriege.
there's so many tiny things that can affect your shots.
so risky.
And it's not as easy out there as people think.
Also den gelben bringst nicht so weg, dass, also du bringst ihn so rüber, wächtest ihn vielleicht raus. Nur ich mache ihr wieder den Weg frei. Wenn sie mir den dahinter schiebt, ich bringe den gelben da sowieso nie mehr weg.
Nee. Es bleibt hier alles immer hängen, also unter Umständen. Ja.
Stellt sich nur die Frage, was wir machen.
Ja. Hinten so schräg.
So if you're Germany, do you guard up or do you
Nein zu drehen.
try and get another one in there?
Wenn wir die gerade legen.
Mhm. Wird sie auf jeden Fall versuchen. Was soll sie sonst machen? Ja. Jetzt haben wir das Timeout 1 zurückgenommen. Wobei der auch nichts Schlaueres weiß. Das ist hier Bahnhofssituation. Also ich denke, wir haben insgesamt fast 3
So
Optionen.
some decisions to make
Lange
there.
Guard abspielen.
Let's check on
Du
USA
kannst den da
Denmark meantime.
rausschicken, dann machst du aber den Weg auch für den Schieben und Rollen, wo ich ihn dann nicht mehr wegbringe.
Sheet D,
Oder du spielst selber die
6-3
Guard, das ist halt
to
heiß.
the USA.
Weil sie halt, also ich meine, dann brauche ich wahrscheinlich
End, and this is the
zu machen. Weil wenn sie mir
skip
dann
Lenny Nielsen. Desperately trying to get back into this game.
da hat sie jetzt viel Platz.
She needs
weil
a big
hinten
score
die zwei
here.
sind jetzt nicht wirklich-
Was machen wir dann?
Ja, deswegen, die Option ist die schlechteste, denke ich. Weil wenn man die Guard spielen muss, die auch
And
der
it is a big score. It looks like 3 there. It was 3 for the Danes.
Also,
And they are
wenn du
right
die
back in
spielst-
that
Wenn
game.
du die spielst, muss
USA 6, Denmark 6.
so liegen. Da muss er her. Ich denke, das ist
10th
der
end of our
einzige
featured
Tough,
game
weil
between
du
Germany and
machst dir nur einen
Japan.
Weg auf.
Ja, ja, und uns dann zu. Also wenn sie
Ja.
zu weit vorne ist.
Still having a chat
Weil
about
den
it.
Draw muss er halt, wenn es ihn bringt, dann habe ich halt ein Problem.
4-3 to
Ja,
Japan.
sonst weiß ich auch nichts, oder?
Germany with
Das
the
ist fast
hammer.
das Beste, oder? So eine 3 halt.
Ja, also so wie der Gelbe liegt.
Ja. Selbe Höhe wie der Gelbe. Ja.
Bisschen versetzt.
Ja, ja.
Rechts davon.
So after all that deliberation, what can they come up with? A little bit more protection.
Yeah, so I think just going to call the corner freeze in this.
8号球くらい。
So this is the type of curling and type of ends we would have expected right throughout the game. Lots of stones in play.
いいよラインよ
This is the first end that it's really been like that.
ウェイトだけ7でいいよちょっと耐えたかなちょっと耐えてウェイトだけ
This one looking pretty good. Just slipped maybe a foot too far.
赤か。
Let's take another look at that. It looked perfect. Sneaks in, but it's the red one that's still counting. But only just. Great view we have of that. You can see exactly what the players are up against. Better than they can.
Ja. Okay. Weil sonst kann sie ja mit dem wieder was machen, oder? Wobei im Moment gar nicht weiß, wie da hinkommt.
I think if Andrea can just bump this one through again, I don't think you need to play crazy weight. If you throw a big weight at this, you could end up shifting your red out the side of the house. Just need to think exactly where they want the stones. Great shot from Andrea.
That's one of the best shots we've seen her play in this game.
You see it just shaves the top yellow, squeezes it through the gap and rolls the shooter.
Lovely shot.
Keiner Takeout, also kannst du nur langsam spielen.
Lots of stones still in play. Lots can still happen.
Crucial stone for Japan. And Fujisawa really needs to set shot or the second shot. This one looking really good. Brilliant shot. Could Germany come down and maybe try and bounce everything out there? Probably going to catch your back red and get one. It's difficult now.
Two very good yellow stones from the Japanese skip. Putting pressure right on Germany.
Also machen kann die da nichts mehr. Den bringen ja auch nicht weg. Ist ja nur was kaputt, oder? Ja, ja. Das ist die Frage, bringen wir den so direkt rein? Ja. Schon, oder? Weil sie mit rückwärts laufen, das wird nichts.
So, Germany with the last rock. They do sit one, which would send us into an extra end.
Kann knapp werden hier. Weiß nicht. Ja, aber was soll ich sonst machen? Also ich würde auch den machen. Weil sonst machst du nur was kaputt.
Off the two reds, I don't think the angle's there to kick it back up.
Ich weiß nicht, wie sonst einen zweiten hinbringen soll, weil der bleibt mir immer an dem hängen. Also Ja, aber sonst kannst du halt den machen, oder?
Was? Boah.
4-3 to
Erstens bleibt
Japan.
dann
Remember.
Ja, ja,
und
und der
hinten
nimmt
hängen dann so die
wahrscheinlich
beiden
weg.
anderen Stellen. Also das bringt
Also ich würde eher
überhaupt
den
nicht.
machen.
Der muss halt so
Ja, ja.
sein.
Mit der Stein oder so.
Andrea doesn't have
Weil
the
ich muss ihn fast voll
real
haben.
big weight takeout.
Mit den Inneren Stellen so.
Don't know if it's there off that one. I think Rainer agrees.
Ich muss ihn fast ganz haben, der muss pfeilschnell sein. Ja, aber alles andere ist gefährlich. Nee.
Still got 10 minutes or so time-wise anyway, so plenty of time to think about it. Sometimes you can overanalyze though, can't you?
Yeah, certainly. I think there might have been a shot just to come down and catch as much as you can in the yellow, spring it out of the forefoot. You run the risk of giving up one. I think that's what Andrea's thinking. She's got the extra end in the bag. So final stone of the 10th end.
Ja! Ja! Thank you.
And just didn't want to compromise that.
Probably the sensible option at this stage. Levels things up, and that of course means we are into an extra end. So after 10, Germany 4, Japan 4, Japan with the hammer.
初の試みです初の試みです。
Germany with the hammer, in fact. There are the numbers leading up to this extra end. Fans enjoying this really close contest, intriguing contest between Germany and Japan. All to play for in this extra end. Both these teams on 3 wins and 2 losses.
Attempting the tick shot here, and that's a great effort. Pushing the guard off the centre line and rolling down in herself. Really difficult to play them shots. Does the same again, so 2 tick shots in a row really puts pay to any chance Germany have of getting in behind the centre guard. Still would have a chance maybe to get in behind the corners, but obviously that's not as close to the centre, which makes Japan's job a lot easier.
So Japan going about their business the right way in this end, bearing in mind they don't have the hammer. Getting rid of another German guard.
Ja. Wow.
Germany back up with another one.
Yeah, Japan will just continue to try and pull this off.
Back up goes the guard again from the Germans. And the game is over on the arena. It's a victory for Russia. 8-4 over Switzerland. Good win for the Russians. And they needed that. Takes them on to 3 wins and 2 losses. That is in fact the same as the Swiss. Couldn't be closer in this final end between Germany and Japan.
Spielplatz. Wie lang?
Eher lang.
Oh.
Achtung!
Nein. 5. Ja.
Shaves the guard there.
And they'll take another look. Just gets past the back of it. Comes out the other side.
Bit too much.
前から狙うか前切るかでいいんじゃない？サード前からね、ああこうね。でもそれ残っちゃうと微妙だね。そう。
What are the girls thinking?
5フットぐらいに残っても最後ドローの道が下がっちゃうんだよね。
Possibly thinking, do they peel the guard or they peel the one in the house? I think you've got to probably peel the one in the house. It's on top of the button.
2とかのガードだったら直でいけるけど、今の3キロぐらいのガードで目の前置かれるとちょっと厳しい。
かぶってる。うん、かぶってる。見えてるのさ。
Yeah, I think you've got to probably
自分が消えるからね。
hit and check to the side.
はい。
It's a long centre guard. I think you'd get round it to a back ring weight.
The coach is down. Tomi Nagaoka having a chat.
使われちゃうような気もするんですけど。
だけどあればドローしだった。
あー、向こうが。
プレッシャーにはね。プレッシャーにはなん
ここしますか。頑張ってもいいか。
まあいずれにしても9秒じゃさ取りづらいでしょ。バンパーぐらいでしょ。
はい。それかこっちにやっちゃうか。ここしますか。
次の場所によっては外せます。
I think we're going to peel the shots, don't. I'm looking at the ice they're giving. That's looking what it's going to be asked for. It will be Mio Ishikawa for Japan.
なんか噛んでるかも。
Important shot.
ちょっと早い。噛んでた。
And I think that one maybe picked up. The German girls are just cleaning the ice.
Yep, she turned around straight away. She knew it wasn't right.
なんか噛んでた。
Maybe just something under it. Maybe something under a slider.
Something definitely happened. Affected the shot. It's a shame to see that happen.
Das ist halt das Problem. Mit deinem, weil du nicht hinkommst. Also musst immer von der Seite.
Yeah, for Germany now, if they can come round
Denke ich auch.
half round this guard,
Aber wie lang? Also
top of the 12 foot,
bis wohin?
look perfect
Das ist jetzt die
for a
Frage.
steal.
Was macht sie, wenn wir den nur vorne spielen? Spielt sie den Draw?
Das wird aufhören, oder?
Germany once again called the timeout.
Also ich denke mal, wenn wir nur so spielen, wird sie den Draw versuchen, denke ich.
There's an extra end, so they
Du
are
musst aber
allowed
irgendwie noch was mit dem machen können, oder?
another visit.
Ja, außerdem, wenn sie mir den Draw spielt, ich habe als zweiten den Vierer.
Ah, gut. Ja.
Nur so, oder? Was meinst du, wo muss er hin? Schon als Guard, gell?
Also nah. Okay. Ja, die anderen zwirbelt die halt dann wieder ein, so rein.
Ja, dann spielen wir so.
Ja.
Ja, die bringen natürlich beide Garten weg dann, gell?
Ja. Okay, aber
Also entweder er muss halt da oder du musst ihn halt gleich so spielen.
ich finde den Fall, wenn sie die beiden wegnehmen, kannst du dann immer noch so.
Das ist richtig, da muss sie das Double halt spielen.
Genau, oder?
Ja,
Ja.
stellt sich nur.
Denke ich eben auch.
Aber mit wie viel Eis?
Ja, ja.
Das ist das
Wenn es
nächste
außer
Problem.
aufschmiert,
Nee, denke ich
glaube ich
nicht.
auch nicht, aber. Kurz vor! Ja.
Wie ist denn die Länge?
10, 15 brauchst du.
Nicht langsamer, Bob.
Nein, nein, gar nicht. Überhaupt nicht. Sehr schnell. Ja, nur Länge. Ja, ja.
Nice one from Andrea Schopp. Needs to be beyond the yellow guard. Just going to manage that. I think Japan will just elect to peel the guard off. Hope Andrea misses the guard with her last one. Thinking you catch maybe quarter stone, you could run the yellow maybe right back. So you see it, probably the quarter stone peel on the left hand side, I think would be the call. We'll try and put it right in the crotch and spin it out sideways. So nicely done.
Another game is over in the Volvo Arena, and it's the USA against Denmark, and it's victory, a very tight, very hard-fought victory for the United States over Denmark, 7-6.
Not a good one. Okay, good job. Sorry to scare you
And
guys.
also went to an extra end.
Good curling. Yeah, you are.
And it's the States' second win. 2 wins and 2 losses for them now. Germany. In a great position here against Japan.
This one needs to be pretty close to the house, just on the centre line. That's not too bad, really. Leaves a nose hit or a draw to the 1 foot, so it will put a little bit of doubt in the young Japanese skip's mind what to do, but no, brushes down. She's certain that she's going to try and play the run double for the win.
Deep breath, pressure on. Played this shot probably thousands of times.
Yeah, you just got to look at it as a nose hit. Just concentrate the front one, don't worry about the back one. It'll take care of itself. Final stone of the extra end for Japan. Here you go. Great shot.
Yep, no worries for Satsuki Fujisawa. Smiles there, and that is another very hard-fought victory. She enjoyed that. Coaches shake hands, and it's victory for Japan over Germany by 6-4. So Japan now go on to 3 wins and 1 defeat. Germany stay on the 2 victories. So well played, Japan.
So 8th end in the game between Germany, Japan. Skip Satsuka Fujisawa with a chance to draw for 2, and that was made really easily into the 4-foot. So into the 10th end, and Japan needing a really nice stone to corner freeze the red German stone. Nicely done. So what was left for Andrea Schopp was to go for a big in off the side, but that didn't work, and they would only score a single. Into the extra end. Germany sitting 2. Japan really needing to play great shot if they're going to win this game. Skip Fujisawa hits on the nose, removes both German stones, and picked up another win. Japan now on 3 wins, 1 defeat, while Germany, they are on 2 wins and 2 defeats. Elsewhere, the game between Italy and China is still ongoing. At the moment, they're on an extra end. Russia, good performance over Switzerland, 8-4 they won. And United States eked out a win over Denmark, 7-6. There we see the full standings. Sweden top the pile, 4-0. Here we see Japan 3-1 after the win, and Germany 2-2 after their defeat.
Could you tell her congratulations and how she felt her team played?
まずおめでとうございます。今日の試合を振り返って一言お願いします。
そうですね。接戦で最後まで苦しい展開が続いたんですけど、10エンド目相手1点に抑えることができたので、そこで流れが私たちに向いて勝利につながったのかなと思います。
It was close and tough game, and at the 10th end, we only allowed them to make 1 score, and that makes us the victory.
Was she always very confident about that final shot?
あなたはいつも最後のショットに自信を持って投げてますか？
たまに緊張はするんですけど、深呼吸して落ち着かせてから投げるようにしてます。
Well, sometimes I feel nervous, but always I take a deep breath and then make myself calm down and throw it. That's what I do usually.
What was the goal for Japan in the competition? How many wins does she think she will get?
このコンペティションでのゴール、目標、それから何試合、予選で勝つつもりでいますか？
目標としては、最終日まで残ってベスト4に入ることを目標にやってます。
Okay, as a goal to be top 4 team and to play at the final day.
Congratulations, well done.
おめでとうございます。よく頑張りました。
Thank you.
Okay, that was winning skip Satsuka Fujiwasa, Germany, only managing to score 4 points to Japan's 6 here in Riga, Latvia. I have been Kenny Edwards, been joined by Alison Walker. So thanks for listening.